Hey, welcome to the Q, where we sit down and talk about everything and anything. We sit down and pass our opinion in thoughts.
In Pluto.
And about things that goes on with us. Yes, behind us is Pluto.
That's my idea. That's my idea.
It's his idea, yes.
Our background should be
Clap your hands for that. All right. Yes. Tell them about it, Barry.
They just recently took pictures of Pluto. They sent the space shuttle out there. It took 9 years to get there. Mm-hmm. We finally officially got pictures of Pluto. I'm kind of disappointed because it leaves nothing to the imagination now. I mean, I don't sit there and imagine what Pluto looks like because as a kid, I used to be big into astrology and stuff like that. I used to love reading up on planets and stuff. Did you know that Venus rotates in reverse and it has the longest day in the solar system?
Oh, really? I did not know that.
You know, we rotate one way, Venus rotates the other way.
Which one of the planets they found water on it?
I think it was
they found some water on Mars.
I think Mars. They found water on it.
Yeah, they actually found.
Matter of fact, they found life on. I think it was Mars too. They found something living in the water.
They actually found water on one of Jupiter's moons.
Oh well, yeah, Europa, Ganymede. They have. What is it called? On the moon, they say there's tiny amounts of water. I mean.
Yeah. Sooner or later, we'll be livable.
Sooner or later, we're gonna live it on a moon base.
Nah, I don't care how great.
I've always wanted to dunk a 10-foot goal, so I'm gonna skip around real slow, and I'm gonna jump from the free throw line. I dunk a basketball goal.
I think by the time we get to the moon, they'll cut all that gravity stuff off and.
No, man, the gravity's strong enough just to hold you on it. It's just that it's a lot less than planet Earth. You could jump. You probably have like a 5-6 foot vertical on the moon.
Of course, I mean, dude, you weigh nothing on that.
And then the gravity on Jupiter will smash you.
But it's nice to oh yeah. But you be training. It's nice to train. You holding your own body weight. But yeah,
only Goku could train on Jupiter. He probably goes
5,000
You can't stop me.
Oh man.
Vegeta and Goku on Jupiter.
Oh God, I'll visit that right now. All right, later on today we'll be having two people, not one, but two people, introducing us with the challenge of the day, where we do different things. Sometimes we'll just bring this up once in a while and do different challenges. The contestants are now in the back, just preparing themselves mentally, physically, and orally.
They're going to eat crackers. That's the challenge.
Not just any crackers. The most salted crackers.
Saltine.
Yeah, saltine crackers.
Saltine. And I want to use the word cracker. I want to use the word Caucasian because it's very offensive to you.
Let's jump to that topic while we're waiting for the. Let's jump to that topic while we're waiting for the.
I admit that it's a joke, and I take the whole topic as a joke. To be honest with you,
it is a joke. I mean, it is nowadays.
It is so stupid for people to be so offended so easily.
Now they're changing Cracker Barrel into Caucasian Barrel. And it's sad because since when white people start getting offended about the word cracker?
Wait a minute. No, that's the thing. I'm not offended by anything.
Yeah, but
that's the thing about me. It's not because I'm white. It's because I just don't get offended by anything. I'm just not offended.
But
you can tell me what? You can tell me whatever. I mean, but no, just this whole thing about Caucasian. It's basically a mockery. It's basically making fun of overly sensitive people who claim racism too much, who race card too much.
Well, all the person who claim racism the most is black people.
Well,
and I thought that they use
racism. Racism's more of a world problem than it is the United States problem. I mean, they got racism in the Japanese and Chinese are racist towards each other.
Well, of course.
But changing Cracker Barrel, which I don't even think they're meant for it to be crackers like a racial term towards white people.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got the name for Cracker Barrel, but I think they're talking about some barrel.
I thought the owner is sitting there thinking, I thought the owner is sitting there thinking, hey, let's just name this place Cracker Barrel because apparently we want to.
I hate white people.
Even though I think the owner is white. The owner of Cracker Barrel.
I'm the man, and I want to fit white people.
The man.
I'm a phantom of mystery, and that leaves you nothing.
Okay, phantom of mystery. But it's sad these days. What's next? They're gonna start changing firecrackers into firecrackers.
I'm not going to buy no firecrackers. I'm going to buy some fire Caucasians because cracker offends me.
Yeah. It's like since when they start caring about
fire works? Why can't we use it? Works. What's next is going to be offensive to people who work.
It's sad. It's like
We got to go change the Denver Broncos football team because it's offensive to horses.
I think they
Which honestly, I do believe that the Washington Redskins name is racist. However,
yeah, it is racist.
the name of the team was created when racism was prevalent in America, like big time prevalent. Like, but
Come
the
on.
thing is, it's the Washington Redskins.
And it's an Indian riding a horse.
No, it's an Indian. No, the symbol of the Washington Redskins is an Indian, and it's got the leaves, and it's maroon and gold and white. That's their colors.
It makes it worse because the people on there.
You know, they're trying to change the.
There's no Indian football players.
You know, they're trying to actually. Some of them are part Native American. You know, they're trying to change the fleur-de-lis on the Saints football helmet because they're trying to claim that's racist.
Why?
Yeah, because the fleur-de-lis is a symbol for French royalty, and the French royalty owned slaves back then.
Apparently nowadays we're cutting everything out that's dealing with slavery from back then. The helmet used to
The
be.
Cincinnati Bengals is offensive to tigers.
The day the Tigers start coming on to a different place.
You want to know something funny? I got a funny story. My grandma was a big football fan. She hated the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know why? Because she thought they meant steal, like you were going to steal something.
Oh my God! No.
And it was the name of their mascot's a steel worker. It's steel. They got the symbol of steel on their helmet. It even says steel. It's got the logo of steel. But she hated the Pittsburgh Steelers because she thought it was the Steelers, like the people who steal.
Oh my God!
And she hated the Steelers. She didn't know any better. I'm like, Grandma, it's a steel. The name of the team is after a steel worker. Okay. Their mascot's steelworkers. You know, the Bengals got a tiger.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers is a gold digger. Maybe they should change the 49ers because it's offensive to gold diggers. No, it's like a prospector. That's the mascot.
I mean, nowadays we're changing the world into what PC people want it to be. Now it's offensive to say certain words. It's not offensive to do certain things.
There's always a line, man, in society.
We're crossing that line, dude. There's no more line no more.
There's certain things you could say, and then there's certain
there's
things
no more line no more.
But listen, just hear me out.
Okay.
There's certain things you can say, but once again, once you become too PC and too sensitive,
But we are there already.
then all of a sudden everything we're saying right now is offensive. But if you're on the other end of the spectrum, if you go too far to the other side, then it will be free range. Anything goes. I could say the most profane. Okay, the most profane things ever. But you got to strike a balance with anything in life. Anything.
Yeah, but we have no balance at all, dude. Right now, I mean,
the world's unbalanced. Is at a 23-degree angle.
Oh wow.
So,
we're crossing that line. Dude, we passed that line. Now we don't care about
So
other
what's
people.
acceptable and what's not? Where do you draw a line? Maybe we need to draw a line.
We're just banning everything now.
We care about individuals' feelings more than the tenets of the Constitution, namely, you can say anything you want as long as it doesn't incite some kind of violence.
Oh yeah.
Or lie about someone in a way that hurts or discredits them.
That's true.
That would be slander.
That's the thing. We already have laws for that. That's what police culture is trying to do, is create laws to
benefit one
save
person.
people's feelings.
But the thing is what point does it go too far? What point does
That's a good question.
What point does it get to? Do we get too sensitive and too whiny?
Well, it's gonna get to a certain point. It's gonna be a certain point now. Y'all picture this. In the year 2020, maybe 2025, everyone gonna be having like giant 20-foot gates at their house where they won't even talk to their neighbor, even look at them. So guess what? It'll get to a point where we don't defend nobody. And guess what? Everyone will have their own station where at the end of every show, there will be a button on the side that says offensive and not offensive.
I don't like that. I don't want that banned because it offends me.
It
goes into. See, I'm pro free speech. I mean, either it's all okay or none of it is for me. But the thing is that like I said before, you said there's no line. Maybe we should draw a line.
Nope, because guess what? That's the problem with people is we don't have to draw. We don't draw no line. Because if we do draw a line, it's for a line just for us only. I mean, it's how far we want it to go.
But if I said personal decency.
Yeah, they say, oh, well, draw a line between what you want me to do and what not to. And you draw a line around
You want to
himself.
draw lines for other people. That's one of the main.
Yeah, you don't want to draw a line for other people.
You're absolutely right about that one.
You don't want to draw a line for other people, but you want to draw a line for yourself.
I can say whatever I want, but you can't.
And nowadays, the only way you can say things what you want now is at home only. Can't say nothing in public places. Can't say nothing.
Well,
Not. I mean, you go to a church, you can't curse. Can't do all that stuff like that.
well, you can curse. It's just they'll probably ask you to leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now you have to respect
There's-
them and not to do
That's
it.
not the issue, Kenneth. The issue isn't can you be rude. It's can you
It's not being rude.
say it is rude to go into a church and curse. It absolutely is.
What if I,
For no reason.
All right,
There's
what
no
if I was
purpose behind
raised
it.
on cursing all the time? And I just said that's why I just
Then that's bizarre.
it just slips
Your
up.
parents should be beaten.
He don't have any parents. No, I'm being honest.
You don't know. Shut up. Now I'm just saying this.
I had parents.
It's how this. I mean, come on. Barry's the one that curse every single 5 minutes of the
Anytime
time.
I'm around one of y'all at the grocery store, and I don't mean y'all, I mean people like y'all.
Oh.
You want to be loud with your obnoxious.
Actually, believe it or not, I'm actually
That's
quite
like my
quiet.
buddies in middle school. That's why I don't hang out with people.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about me. It's
the
only when I'm
weak
around
right
him do I get
Well,
loud.
I hang out.
And the only reason I'm even loud is to establish myself because I have to be allowed around him because I'm not going to get hurt unless I'm not. The thing is when I'm in public alone, I'm quiet. I mind my own business.
Oh, he is quiet.
When I'm in Walmart, I just stroll around, grab my bags of chicken, put it in the court.
Bags of chicken.
No, he's
That's all
quiet.
you
When he's
shop
by
for,
himself,
chicken.
he's quiet. Don't want to
Quiet.
talk to nobody.
When I'm by myself,
He's on the
as a
bus
matter of
with
fact,
us.
when he's not around and you sit there and talk to me, I'm very quiet.
Why do you think that is? Do you want to be quiet? Or do you
It's
find
it's
yourself
it's
wanting
it's
to talk and not?
it's when I'm around loud people. Whenever I'm around loud people, I get louder because I'll get buried underneath all the loudness.
See,
the noise.
he needs me in life
I don't
to keep him going. So now
I don't need you to keep me
My-
going.
my-
I need you
This is
to
counseling. Y'all
my
didn't realize.
spirit
keep me occupied,
keeps him
to keep
alive.
to keep me not from getting bored.
my spirit keeps him alive.
Stop being pretentious.
But now that our contestants are here, we'll want to try this challenge right quick before they suddenly leave. Yes. All right.
Okay.
All right. We have a minute on the clock.
How are we gonna? Where do I stand?
Do you have a glass of water in case somebody does choke? I'll just punch you in the chest really hard. That's all.
I'm mostly
What? All right. You have a minute.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Just to do it. All right. You got to eat 6 crackers
Hang on,
under a
this
minute.
cracker is kind of broken. I'm gonna.
You have to eat 6 crackers under a minute.
Wait, he's
Apparently, we're doing this live on TV. So now, YouTube, eat your heart out. apparently.
we are.
All right. All right.
Man, I love cracker.
Oh, that's racist. To the right.
See?
there.
See what I told you? Where's the line?
Hold up, that was cool.
Wait.
All right.
You should have been here for that awfully fun
Oh my
improv
God.
show we did.
Yes.
When was that?
Don't ever turn that in.
I did already.
All
I turned it in
right.
Monday.
Hold
Are
up.
we just gonna go at the same time, or
You read the rules, Tom?
Yes. All right.
you
The
gotta
rules.
eat one down
All right.
before you gotta like finish each one?
No, you can do all 5, all 6 if you want.
Oh, well,
No, that's
I'm not
cheating.
doing that. It's all good.
No one ever put it off.
Oh, I got 7.
All right.
I have
The-
7, just so everybody knows.
All right.
Me too. So
All right. The
Yeah.
rules is this: you got to eat 6 crackers in under a minute. And you just swallow it too, so it's none of that.
And you can't like drink water.
And you can't drink no water or nothing that you're supposed to go straight with it. And you have under a minute to do it. Now, y'all ready? Get set.
you going first, or you want to go?
We
Go
can
at the
go
same
at the
time.
same time.
Yeah, go to the same time.
That'd be weird, maybe. Don't cough on me.
My question
Yeah.
is this: what do you get if you
You go
win?
first.
If you
Nah,
you
because
complete
let's
the
get it over with.
All right.
All right, we've been dragging
All right,
on along.
let's
Come
go.
on,
All
hurry
right,
up.
March. Get set. Go. All right, Jacob's on a start. He's eating 1 cracker at a time. Pop is going on too. He has what? 48 minutes, 48 seconds to the clock. All right, he's going on. Oh, Jacob is chewing very slowly. Come on, hurry up, Jacob.
Come on, Grandma.
Come on, you're here with that. Come.
That's
I
offensive.
enjoy it.
That's offensive to old people.
Wow, that's sad. All right, it's the only time where we do challenges on the show. Like we might do another challenge next week. All right, we'll do another challenge next week too. All right, 25 seconds of the clock. All right, let's go.
Oh man.
Oh, damn!
Talk about that.
16 minutes, you finished in 16 seconds. Let's see, I was waiting. See, come on, Jacob, you can do it. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
It was 6.
Whatever. All right. So apparently it is possible to finish. Apparently finish 6 crackers under a minute. All right.
I didn't have to take the challenge because number one, I have nothing to prove, and number two, I'm smart.
All right. You know what?
And number three, there's nothing to win. If I win the challenge, what do I get?
When a person label themselves
I'm
smart and
proud.
say they're smart, they're really that dumb.
Well, derp.
All right. Next, the next challenge we're gonna do next week. I want to do is
I'm not gonna stick a butter knife in a toaster because I'm smarter than that. Okay, that's just
I know,
saying I'm not exactly Albert Einstein, but I'm not saying I'm Timmy the Tart that goes to school.
Oh well,
That wears a football helmet.
Clean your computer.
Okay.
Clean it. But make sure you spray it good. You're gonna get all over the table.
Yeah,
No, move it outside.
Yeah, wait till later.
Oh my God, what's
Okay.
not your show, young man?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wait till later to clean out the computer. No. All right. Let's see.
Spray until the king gets cold and see how long you can really find.
Okay.
Cracker!
My stepbrother used to huff that stuff.
He's the humpy.
Huff it.
Stop it.
Passed out one time. Well, I thought he was dead. His eyes were open. He was looking up at the ceiling.
Not holding the king itself.
You just wasted the whole can.
Just to do this.
I'm about to go tell him
I know. That's sad.
that's like $2.85.
That's sad, dude.
Well, Kenneth, what are you doing, dude?
Maybe you're the one getting paid.
Well, that's the challenge. Let me tell you. Oh man, this ain't nothing. You weenie.
My skin not so cool like you are white. All right. That's sad. All right. Well, back to the show now. We'll talk about different things.
What's the next topic?
Next topic I wanted to talk about was are people all right, when I'm in public and I see people with a handicap, disability, or any other physical
This is
disability,
gonna get good.
I do not feel nothing about it, and it's sad that people want you to feel something sad about it.
I don't feel sad or happy. I just see them as people.
I just don't care.
I treat them as equal, just like if I would treat Jacob as Jacob. Okay, he's just a person, and then the guy in a wheelchair is just a guy in a wheelchair. I'm mutually indifferent. That doesn't mean I don't care about them. I mean, if they were hanging off a cliff, I would try to save them. But and that's how I see, different nationalities of people. That's how I see, different sexualities of people. I just see people.
If you don't think we'll see that way, we all will be okay with each other.
The way I see it is this: a person is when you meet new people, they're like sheets of paper. They're blank, and they're blank until whatever they put on their paper, or what they do with that paper, determines whether what you think of them or not.
Everyone,
They're just like let's say if I just met Jacob, for example, and you would have asked me about Jacob, and like, do you like this guy? You think he's cool? I'm like, I just met him. I don't know. But if you turn out to be a serial killer,
I'd be like, I like him.
yeah.
Even if he is a serial killer, he's my friend.
But
I ain't helping bury nobody.
hey, you're not a full friend unless you bury a person's body.
That's a morbid saying.
Wow, that shows how close you are.
He's a morbid
with each
human
other.
being. I mean,
It shows how close you are with each other. All right. Well, another one was this. We're going to talk about too. Lawyers defending criminals even though they're wrong.
Would it be against the law for a lawyer to know, like, let's say they're defending some serial killer, but they know
Yeah, they did it.
without a shadow of a doubt, and the serial killer confessed to them, like, listen, I did it. Would it be? And of course, it's morally wrong, but could a lawyer face any kind of like charges?
Go to jail for that. Oh,
For what?
Let's say you're a lawyer and I'm a serial killer.
And I told you,
and like behind closed doors, like, yeah, dude,
I
did
murdered
it.
the people.
But you defend me anyway.
Should you go to jail for that?
Should you go to jail for that?
No.
Why? Why?
the nature of, are you kidding?
No.
Because everyone is entitled to a defense.
That's
Entitled to a
You don't
defense.
want defense.
So would you so you saying that
But
you
if I- all right, if
yeah,
I
but listen,
admit-
but would you
Already
defend
waiting
someone
for that.
who is wrong? That you know is wrong? Would you
Yeah, what do you-
defend someone
what do
you
you-
know?
what do you-
Is that my job?
It's
Or are you, have you,
it's
will a
morals.
mechanic fix
We're
a
playing.
catalytic
Yeah.
converter?
Actually, this is
All right,
devil's advocate.
so
It's the
if the
same
guy
thing happened on
told
devil's
you-
advocate.
All right, what if I told you I didn't murder those people, but yet you still,
Didn't?
if I did,
Okay.
and you still defend me?
I walk out
Am
on
I
you.
your defense attorney? Is it my job to defend you?
Yes.
Then I would defend you.
Oh my God!
I was no. If you
I would
told
send
me,
you to jail.
no. If you told me,
I will run out that room, go tell the court that yeah, he did it,
Guess what, Kenneth?
he did it.
You would never be in that position.
Hey,
of course I'll never be a lawyer, but still, but no.
Oh,
If
yeah,
somebody
thank
told me
God.
they do,
Oh, God, I would let all my people out.
nobody told. If somebody told me that
I'm looking
they
at-
did it, I would walk out on them.
no.
I would walk out on them for the simple fact that number one, I gotta
No.
wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror, and number two, if I know the person's guilty, it's
Let's talk about it in reality, because I hear what you're saying. In reality, we have very few criminal defense attorneys that help people like y'all without access to money.
yeah.
And so a lot of those people, 95% of them, when they're accused of anything, whether they did it or not, we never know, they take plea agreements and go to jail because people will not defend them.
Yeah.
Now, in the Constitution, you're granted a defense,
Yeah.
trial by jury and all that stuff. But in practice, most people that don't have money get railroaded into sentences because no one will defend them.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not they did anything or not, the idea that someone has the right to a defense, has the right to someone
Which they
defend
do
them.
by the Constitution.
Thank you.
But if
And
you
would
know-
exist in a frame of laws where, think about it, a lot of the laws in this country are BS. duh.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
And they're
Yeah, I agree with
disproportionately affect poor and minority people. Those
Yeah.
are people in jail. 19 out of 20 people in jail are colored.
That's true.
Yeah, but the thing
One
is,
white guy for
but
every
the
20
but the
in
thing
this
is,
country. I mean,
the thing
sad.
is,
It's sad.
if I don't care if they're poor,
It's insane.
I don't care if they're white, black, or whatever. If I know somebody's wrong, I'm not. My mom
It's fine,
always
you
told
don't
me.
have to
All right.
defend them.
Look at this.
But listen, my mom always told me. My mom told me, Barry, I will have your back as long as, like, whenever I was in school, I got in a fight or whatever. She's like, Barry, I will have your back as long as I feel that you are right. But if I feel that you're wrong, you're on your own.
Now, tell me this. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but there's more people that's in jail for false crimes than people who are there for actual crimes.
Well,
What do you mean by that?
Like people who been accused for robbing
I feel,
and
yeah.
Maybe.
they put in
That's
jail.
not good. So-
Yeah.
And it's weird that this happens so easy.
Well, there's definitely way more people in jail for non-violent drug offenses
Yeah.
than for anything
Yeah.
else.
But here's the thing about
Over
jail.
50%
This is
of the
how
jail
I personally feel about jail. I think jail should be only reserved for violent individuals, the most nefarious of criminals. No, I'm not talking about like Joe Blow who just I just smoked some ganja the other day. Oh, throw him in jail with a serial killer. You might as well throw a kitten in the cage with a lion.
Yeah.
No, I think jail and prison should only be reserved for the most violent, vile, detestable of criminals.
And I would include that with people who steal large sums, who just, screw people over, and that would include bankers who steal billions rather than just people. who break
If it was up to you,
Depriving
everybody
of
in Bank of
property and
America,
No.
Bank of America would not exist if it was up to
No.
you. You would
No.
throw them all in jail.
Now hold
I
on.
wouldn't throw them on jail, but I would break up big banks.
Now how about this one too?
That's bad.
He's talking about putting people in jail, like hardcore criminals who murder and stuff like that. But half of the people that murder and stuff like that are psychopaths and stuff like that. But people declare some of them a mental illness.
Well,
Would they just go straight to a psych ward instead of a jail?
it depends, and we have a certain case in the news right now. The kid who killed all those people at the theater in Colorado during the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They just ruled that he is fit to stand trial because even though he is psychopathic,
Yeah.
that he reasonably understands the
He's
moral
a thinking
universe
like yeah.
that he exists in,
Like,
and chose to flaunt that.
So how to ask that question? Like, are you? They have to go ask me. Are you like
I mean, that's
capable of thinking
professional.
for your own? and-
Yeah.
Have him interviewed by multiple
Professional
But even
psycho
professionals
doctor.
like.
But
out of it.
I just think
psychiatric professional.
I just think if a person is a danger to society, themselves in society, they should be one or the other. They should be either put in prison if
Or
they all
rehabilitated, if there's a way to treat that medically.
I mean,
if-
look at the guy son from the Hunger Games who shot all those people up because no girls would date him. He just turned psychopath.
No women are dating me. Now I'm not gonna shoot up. See, that's the thing. It's a lack of empathy in society that makes people do things like that. It's the lack of, for me, our society's becoming more apathetic towards things like that. They don't like they see
Like we're
other
talking
people
about.
as an object and opposed to seeing other people as a human being, and they're being taught that.
Oh,
What I see as a cultural virus that is consuming the U.S. is that we don't give a care about the weak and the powerless. Those
Of
are the
course.
people we care so little about. We pretend like all these public dollars go to them when most of so-called welfare spending goes to corporations and the rich. And yet we talk about all this money that we're giving. What do y'all get a month?
I see.
Bucks?
No, if it's I get
Yeah, you're really
1,245.
riding high.
Oh, of course. God.
No, but
It's pathetic.
compared.
And folks like y'all that are in some way, being helped out a little bit, are looked at as moochers when people who
Oh, I
pay
hate
no
those. I hate
taxes
those guys.
in
Yeah.
a country where I pay 30% of my income in taxes. These people making millions and billions of dollars pay no taxes.
It's sad. They should be paying
Wow.
tax more.
They should at least be taxed on the same.
They
level.
should.
No, more than that.
My idea
I mean,
for
they should
taxes.
be paying what I pay.
My
Yeah.
idea for taxes is this: if you make minimum wage, 10% tax. If you make $10 million a year, then you should be taxed the minimum of 30%. Not over 30%. It should be between 10 and 30%, and everywhere in between.
I'd go zero minimum wage,
I-
40%.
And this
Make
is
over
why.
10 million.
And this is
Make over
why
$10 million.
the world will never see each other as equals.
What would it
Because we're
I
not.
mean, we're not equal at all. I mean,
And under the eyes of the law, we are. But am I equal? Am I equal?
no,
basketball
not
player
under
to
the law
LeBron
we're
James?
equal. Not even under
Yeah,
the
we're
law
not.
we're
No,
equal.
No, we're not. Look at DUI. If you're balling, go get a DUI. What's 10 grand?
Yeah.
What's
Drop it out.
Exactly. What about one of us? We go get a DUI. Our lives are.
Ruined.
Yeah.
Take our car.
That is
take
not-
our license.
Yeah.
That
You
is
can't
not
go back.
because
I mean,
of
everybody's
money.
freaking out, and it made me sicken. Like everybody's freaking. Oh my God, Paris Hilton's going to jail. We don't know. The world's coming to an end.
It's sad
And
that
I'm just sitting there like
it's sad that we worship these rich people so much.
Yeah, it is.
celebrities. They call it a personality, and honestly, I don't. To me, celebrities are basically modern day card jesters that live like kings.
Oh, of course.
Basically,
They all live like
I mean,
kings.
don't get me wrong. I mean, I ain't got nothing against actors and actresses and celebrities and this and that. But to sit there and, for example, and call some sports star a hero,
You know, like what's that guy?
is
What's that guy who changed to a girl?
Bruce Jenner.
yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner.
I see some guy on the street change to a girl. It's okay. But when a rich person do it, it's like the greatest achievement ever. Like, oh my God, he just broke the world. It's like, no, he did not. He's just doing everything some other idiot is doing right now, changing who he is. It's sad.
I ain't got nothing. I mean, it's your body. You do what you want, but it doesn't make you a hero.
It doesn't at all.
I'm not gonna sit.
What would y'all define a hero as?
A hero is somebody who
Firefighter.
saves lives. A firefighter is a hero.
Policemen.
People like that. That's heroes.
So these days we confused about what heroes are these days. Now these days, our world of heroes are criminals, villains, people who cheat other people out of money and stuff like that. That's what our version of heroes are these days. And guess what? People used to say, let's see what's good other people are doing to other people these days. Let's go see all this other stuff that's happening all around the world. But nowadays, we worship villains like it's the second coming of Jesus.
look at the. It is true that it is true to an extent that our society does value villains more than heroes. I mean, if you ask a girl, who would you rather get with, Batman or the Joker? especially during the time of the Dark Knight. They would be like, "Oh my God, the Joker is such awesome." But
He's
yet-
so deep and
Yeah,
so
but
misunderstanding.
he's
I just
a
don't know what-
terrorist. He destroys stuff. He's an anarchist and a nihilist, and he destroys stuff. But yet, girls at the time would rather get with the Joker than get with Batman.
You know what I was thinking
Yeah,
about too?
Batman's supposed to be technically Batman's an anti-hero, but
But you know, I was thinking about too is, what's that thing you call if you find out you're being cheated out of money and stuff like that?
Fraud.
That's a number you're supposed to call the board. No.
Oh, BBB, the Better Business Bureau.
I got a story about that, dude.
What the hell they do?
I got.
Hold on.
Investigate.
I'm gonna
people
tell.
who say- You know, when someone says, "Hey, these people are ripping me off."
But they don't do shit about it.
No, I
What do
don't.
you
I'm gonna
mean?
tell you
All right,
about it.
Hold on. Let me tell my story.
It's my
first.
story.
It's my story too.
Oh.
Shut up.
You shut up.
All right, now listen. This is what happened last time. All right, someone called us last time saying that we won. What's that thing? It was that old man that goes see house.
Ed McMahon,
Yeah, what's that thing he does?
Publishers Clearinghouse.
This is why someone called us and said we won the public street house state. So we said, okay, good. My friend, my friend. We would go. She was all naive about it, but she went along with it. The guy said, if you want the $15,000, what's wrong?
What?
What?
Your bank account or something?
No, if you want $15,000, you have to send $250 over there.
That should have set off a red light right there, knowing that you've been scammed right
The
off the bat.
person ran to
That
my
should've-
house screaming, "Oh my God, no, this what the fuck?" So I said, okay. I said, I think this might be a scam. He said, no, it's not. So we went to Walmart. She mailed the money over to them.
Oh, wow.
Then after that, we went back home. We called back again and said, now you're eligible to win a car. Oh my God, a car. They said, but you got to send another $150. Went to the bank, sent another $150. Then after that, we came back home. He said, I said, okay, we did all this stuff. Now what's next to do? He said, now we're on our way to come pick you up. Just give us a few minutes. So we sat outside waiting.
Made you look.
And we called him and said, where are you?
I know
You
you.
never
I know
came
who
back
you're
yet.
talking about, by the way.
He said, I'm halfway there. Just keep waiting.
You're kidding.
3 days passed by. We were like, hold on. He still never came yet. And we called back in. He said, hold on. I'll be there soon. I just had to run through some stuff right quick. So we said, okay, well, hold on.
Still answering?
Yes!
He's still on the way.
We did this like about 23 times we called and asked where he was. And look, here's a bad thing about this. We took the number and went to Google the number. He was calling from Jamaica.
Nice. Okay. Now, where did y'all send the money? Was this electronically or through the mail?
Electronically.
Bad news.
So
See,
funny.
mine.
That's not funny. That's awful.
No.
And
Dude, people
the
got- come on.
guy said he was in Lake Charles. We looked the number up. It was in Jamaica. And when I got my,
Look the number up.
I wasn't thinking.
No.
So I got my phone bill. I had to pay $250
For calling that.
for calling Jamaica. And I told the Better Business Bureau to say, this guy is cheating people out of their money, saying they won
not making
this
dude.
thing.
Dude,
And they
it's
said,
Jamaica.
oh, it's not our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do nothing about it. I said,
What are they going to do? Charter a plane to go to Jamaica to find
How about-
one of a
how about-
million
How about
scammers?
send SEAL Team 6 in there to
how about
Yeah, that's
have the
really
cops
good.
over there in Jamaica find out what the hell's going on?
Pop, pop, pop.
Call
Two in the
Going
chest, one in the
on.
face.
They're exploiting people who aren't thinking things through
Yeah.
in the U.S. Come on.
Okay, now it's my turn.
All right, go
Since you
ahead.
Talk
That
the
guy's
whole
probably
lot.
balling doing that.
No, I actually the same
Yes.
same thing kind of happened to me, but I was more cautious about it. I was just like, this is a scam right off the bat. I'm like, this is a scam. You know, I didn't win $470,000. Just like, no. So it said email this person these numbers, and the guy's like, congratulations, you just won, blah 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 blah. But here's how they get you. They tell you you won, and then they say, oh well, you got to send us this amount of money
Yeah,
to get the check mailed. And as soon as they say that, and that's what they said, as soon as they say that, I'm like, this is a scam.
Well, we didn't think that
I
far
approached
ahead.
cautiously just in case it was real, But in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't. And as soon as they ask for money, it's automatically a scam because Publishing Clearinghouse will come to your door. They'll knock on your door like, hey, you won, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I wasn't thinking on that part.
But here's the thing. I called the Better Business Bureau because the woman was on Facebook. I gave her the woman's Facebook name. I gave the name, the so-called name of the dude who did this, and they didn't do nothing. They just gave me. I called the Better Business Bureau. I reported them.
So
and they did
Were
nothing
these people in the U.S.?
on Facebook.
Well, yeah, but they were in the U.S.
I seen one of the dude's names, and I think the guy was in Singapore.
Yeah, I mean,
it's stupid to like. That's all. They can't do nothing about this.
dude, the thing you do about it is educate yourself. Come on. That is like the oldest sucker trick. How you get? Come on. It's like.
I knew. See, but the thing
It's just so ludicrous to believe that.
yeah.
And
Out of the blue.
Because I can't. I mean, it's wrong, but it's like a lesson. You got to learn that sooner or later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it cost them $400 and you $200, but come on, guys.
Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah. No, you should have known. As soon as they ask for money, I've been known.
Reality.
I've been known because if you win money, you win money. That's it. If you legitly win money, you won the money. You don't have to pay anything. As soon as they ask for money, and another thing
you
too,
taxes.
You gotta pay taxes.
of course, that's when they send you the check, and then you pay taxes.
Then I lost all that money. Oh.
$200. What can I get with $200?
More than $200.
Okay.
Oh.
You said you did. I know who she is. Okay, that's $600 altogether. What would I do with $600?
Okay, come on.
Anyway, I got some rubber in it.
I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just saying I'd get a PS4.
I mean, this is these
I could
days.
get an awesome TV.
All right.
That's
real
That's
mature.
enough.
Very-
Yeah, but now these days, I'm more cautious of what I do on the phone now. Now these days, when you know what's weird? He talked 3 years later, he calls back again.
The same dude?
The same dude.
This was 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh,
Please
God,
tell me
you're
you
still
didn't
worried
fall-
about that?
Yes.
Please tell me you didn't follow. See, the difference is they tried to get me over Facebook.
And
There was
it's-
this woman out of the blue who wanted to be my Facebook friend. I was like, okay, add friend. And she says, you've won $470,000. And I'm like, this is a lie. This is a scam. She's like, no, it's not a scam. Email this dude.
They are convinced that they lie.
this, and that. And so
That's how they
it
make
was
money.
all
Oh
these.
my
It was
God.
like the VIN number,
I call
this
a guy
number, that
out
number, and
on
I
the phone.
emailed the dude just to see if it was legit. And the guy's like, congratulations, you won. And then I'm like, how do I get this money? And they said, you got to send money. I'm like, this is a scam. Just like that.
But they stay when they lie. I called this guy out on his lie. I said, you called me last time, and you lied to me. You said you was saying
Fool me
Charles.
once, shame on me.
don't
Fool
serve
me
me only,
twice, shame
Charles.
on you.
Because that's what the Pretty House thing is located at in Lake Charles.
At least you're smart enough not to fall for it again.
Oh man, no. Now what?
No, but it's once again. I mean, I don't mean to go all class warfare. Once again, it's preying on the weak.
Yep.
Once again, it's lonely guys like us who barely got any money, and you're sitting there telling me I just won $3 million,
Exactly.
and I'm gonna have all this hope and aspiration, and I'm gonna try to get it, and then I get ripped off.
And that's how the rich
because I
stays
don't know
rich.
any better.
They keep bleeding
Well,
dry.
That's not necessarily how the rich stays rich. That's honestly how other seemingly weak people
Yeah.
screw weak people and get by.
I'm
And
not
it
gonna-
sucks.
yeah. I'm not-
It's
yeah.
all indicative
Yeah.
of the problem we have, which is we don't care about those people on the margins of society. So a lot of them turn to crime. And I'm not defending that guy. Obviously, that is just because he's picking on literally the people that are going to buy into that.
Yeah.
Or
that
hopeless-
is a
hopeless
small
saps.
Set of people that are
They're just
it's like-
hopeless.
it's the people you don't want to hurt.
I mean,
at all.
I'm not going to sit here and see, but I'm not that much of a class warfare guy. I'm not going to sit here and say all rich people are evil or all poor people are good or vice versa, good and evil. I'm just going to say that because that
Here's what I
you
think.
can't put them in the group.
I think that most people that have money have in some way had help along the way, either through family
Yes.
or through
I agree.
the way they look,
Yeah.
or the opportunities they've had. Even luck plays a role in it. But the idea that so many of these people who are doing so well think it's all them is
It's
really
just them.
well. Listen,
Yeah.
it's a fear complex. They're afraid to admit that there are forces that they don't think about
Yeah.
that shape the world around
It's
them.
like the song.
know,
It says
I told-
yours, so ain't it? They got a lyric
Yeah,
in that song.
yeah,
I bet you never thought we'd get by without you.
And I told Barry this, and maybe you can tell me this. And
I'm
Barry
not
can-
going to sit here and vilify the
Oh,
rich.
stop.
And
Oh.
Barry never told me this yet, but can you answer this question? How many white people became rich just by working hard and working themselves to the top?
They do have people that are exceptional.
Hold on. Can you think of at least one?
How many white people?
How many rich white people became rich?
They did it the
by
honest way. They
by
honestly
working
made the
hard
money.
way.
A lot of them. I
Name
mean,
one.
Steve Jobs.
He did that. He stole some.
That's true. But
No,
the idea
name
is,
one.
the idea is you can do well and be nice to people, but you stand a lot better chance in our system of screwing people over on the way to the top.
And that's why people glorify the villain nowadays.
See, like I told Barry. Barry, can I think of one white person that worked himself from the top and moved on up?
What about-
Now, think of one black person that worked for himself from
He's
the bottom
trying to be
and
a
worked
racist.
himself
That
up.
principal in
No, stop.
Opelousas, that principal in Opelousas that was a janitor at 30 and is now the principal of the school at 60, whatever his age is.
How crazy?
Black.
See?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's sitting there and he's saying that every white person out there that's rich has cheated.
But listen, that's
It's,
Kenneth, honestly, you would do well to temper arguments that are absolutist like that, because what you're saying, you're leaving yourself open to what you're saying being obviously wrong. Because things aren't black and white.
Just
They
because-
aren't.
Just because somebody can't name something.
That's the trouble. That's the trouble with the U.S. is we look at these things and these start of the in-group and the out-group. Me and mine and everybody else. Dude, that is an archaic, dying way of thinking. And we're all going to die in this backward civilization if we don't realize we got to build something better for the people that come after. And apparently, in the U.S. especially, we don't give two craps about the people that are coming after. We're ruining things in every realm for the next generation.
it's sad.
For me, it's like this. It's just like if you have a kid, wouldn't you want to set something up for that kid to where that kid can But the thing about it is if I see a guy who drives a Porsche down the street, this is the way I think about it. I think the rich and the poor need each other. I think about it like this. Okay, that guy who drives that Porsche gives poor people jobs, but that poor people built the road that he's driving his Porsche on for him to even drive that Porsche. So we all need each other.
I mean,
No,
we
not
all
really.
built the road. The roads
Yeah.
come from taxpayer money. So
Yeah, but guys like me and you are the ones who build it. But the taxpayers,
I say the poor need the rich need the poor more.
we need each other.
No.
I don't vilify. I don't sit there and
Yeah,
look at a guy driving
yeah, yeah.
an exotic
That's the
sports car and
idea.
automatically think he's some kind of villain or he's some kind
Yes,
of.
but
Of
for
course.
you to believe that he is a so-called job creator, and that he especially is a job creator, is because you've been brainwashed by the media.
And have you
Okay,
ever-
guess
have
who's a
you
job
ever-
creator?
have you
Yes,
ha-
let me finish, man.
Yeah.
Let's all we each get a minute at a time or something.
Yeah.
Okay. When you and me spend every dime we have every month,
Yeah.
we're the job creators. We're the ones that give businesses we consume at businesses. We're the ones spending our money. What do rich people do? Do they really buy 500 times more pairs of pants and
No,
200 times more
they're not.
cars? Of course not, because they're not job creators in the way the masses are. If the masses can't buy anything, rich people are done for.
But it's the
true.
small businesses that are more important.
Well, of course.
But
and
the
that's
thing
trouble
is,
that
my
small
point is
businesses
this.
are the hardest thing
My
to
point,
get.
my point is this. Have you ever gotten a job from a poor person?
Yes, I have.
Who?
Old people in the.
Yeah, you help them. I'm talking about a legit, like a job.
It is a job as long as you get
Like
paid.
9 to 5.
As long as you get
Oh
paid.
yeah, because 9 to 5 is the only job.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm
What
just
about all the
saying.
rich
No,
people
I'm
that
just
don't work
saying.
at
No,
all
you
and
see.
taking lots of money? What is that? A
I'm
job
not just
job?
saying that
You heard
people.
this?
No, I'm just saying that if you get a legit job, like paycheck to paycheck, is it? I mean, Hobo Steve never gave me a job.
Are
I
you
mean,
saying that
I'm
they
not
somehow
saying
less
that
than
rich.
because they don't have wealth?
Listen. You putting words in my mouth. What I'm saying is this.
Okay.
Okay, is that if I go to a burger stand down the street, and it's a regular old burger stand. Of course, that guy's not the 1% elite rich, but the guy's got money. He's making business. Okay, I go buy a burger. He takes the money and he puts into his business.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a business. I'm not saying that I'm going to work for the riches of the rich. What I'm saying is that little stand we go to.
Yeah.
That guy makes money.
Yeah.
It's a small business.
He's not rich.
I'm not talking about super duper 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 rich people.
What are you saying? What's your point?
I'm saying my point is this, is that Wendy, the guy who owns Wendy, he had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
At one time he was poor. He had to work his way up, and then he became a billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. And he became a billionaire. And once again, you're right. No, he never did it alone. The people who made the burgers did this, did that.
Small jobs.
But he took small jobs
It's
to get, and that's the importance of small businesses.
I know, but not just a business.
I'm not going to get a job from a billionaire, but at the same time, I'm not going to get a job from a hobo. I'm going to get a job from a guy who's working.
Yeah, but I can get a job. All right, look at me.
But again, what is that? Why do you keep bringing that up? That you're not going to get a job from a hobo? What about the hobo not giving you a job is important to this argument?
I'm just saying that rich people are just as important as anybody else. They're people just like anybody else.
The people are, but the idea that they're rich, that's not necessarily important.
But somehow they're villain. Somehow they're some kind of villain.
All right, look at this way. Look at this way. I work for Adele every morning and evening.
Yeah.
She pays me $20 a week to walk the dog. That's still a job I have to do.
It's a job.
She's not rich. She's not poor, but she's a middle class woman paying me a little to walk the dog. It's still a job.
It's a job, yeah, but is it a paycheck? Did she give you a check?
No, she gave me cash because I can't get a paycheck.
It's a little under the table job,
but it's still a job.
But when you go work at Burger King, they give you a check.
Yeah.
You're working for.
Ain't we put it, Barry? Ain't we put it? The middle-aged woman who's paying me $20 to walk the dog is still like a Burger King person. So basically, no, the rich is not. We don't need the rich as equal as the poor. The rich need us more.
I mean, you say you're not vilifying the rich. That's obvious, but it sounds like you're defending the rich in a way you're not really explaining. Like, okay, I don't lament people for becoming rich. I lament a system in the U.S. that disproportionately favors the rich, that allows rich people to buy verdicts, to buy special treatment legally, and to buy legislation, laws in this country that we all have to live by. Now that's.
But what country? What country doesn't have that happen now? You keep saying America, 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 America.
World, Europe, Japan, the Scandinavian.
Wherever you go, there's always going to be the haves and the have-nots.
But
Yeah,
we're not
and
talking
that's
about
how-
that. We're talking about the haves being able to live like royalty, not being subject to the law in the same way that you and I are,
Yeah.
and being able to use their wealth to disproportionately affect the rules that govern the country.
Yeah.
The rules we all live under.
They're above that.
I agree with that. Now I agree with that. If somehow I go down the street and I accidentally, some kind of way, kill a kid, and I have to. I know. Listen, I have to face consequences. But if you have the money to make bail, you can get out of trouble. I mean, if you live in this bubble, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there shouldn't be any kind of bail if you do a serious crime.
I mean, there are famous celebrities. I mean, a few of them. Maybe some they don't even mention, but a few of them that did terrible things. That as one celebrity ran over a child, and even though because the person is famous, they still don't.
Look at
wait, hold on. They
look at sports stars.
Hold on. They still don't recognize that this famous person ran over a child, but yet they still glorify the person because they're famous.
I just think it's funny.
A kid in Texas who killed 4 people while driving drunk and stoned on pills, and got no jail time because his parents were rich, and the judge said he wouldn't do well in prison.
Yep.
Killed 4
okay.
people.
And look at Martha Stewart. She didn't go to jail. They just put her in a nice, sweet home.
Yeah, but that's tax evasion, man.
They put Wesley Snipes in jail for tax evasion.
That's true. Well, she did go to like some summer home for 6
Yeah,
months.
summer home for.
Oh my God, that's so. That's just like if you punish your kid.
No.
It's just like if you punish your kid. You're like, I'm taking your PlayStation away and stuff like that, and then you tell your kid, oh, if you're rich, you tell, oh, you're punished. Guess what? You have to stay in your room all day. And what's in the room? A giant plasma TV and a PlayStation 4. You're punished. You can't even go outside. You're sitting there.
Even our law glorify the rich.
But the thing is this. Okay, I see people. I don't see rich people. Like I said, I mean, obviously got people who are rich.
Yeah.
But I treat people as a blank slate whenever I meet them. I don't.
You should not.
Why?
Why not?
Oh, come on.
I mean, we all judge immediately. We all have prejudices, but you shouldn't live your life based on them. I mean, yes, sometimes they can tell you things like run that you need to know, but
Yeah.
but the goal is to not listen to those as much as possible unless
You know-
it's really about survival.
You know, I'll have to spend a whole day with a person to know what they are.
Yeah, but you don't have to spend a whole day with them to be kind and respectful of them.
Yeah.
I have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, but
About 5 minutes.
no. My thing
Okay,
is
cool.
this, man. Like I said, I treat people like a blank slate. Like if I just meet you, I'm gonna be indifferent. But then as talking to you, you're gonna set an example of what I think of you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
That's how I try to treat. That's how I treat people. I mean, look at Kenneth. Kenneth's actually a nice guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. we all
Actually.
have faults and flaws.
Of course. we
And
do.
there's going to be faults and flaws with everyone. I don't care.
And it's lucky that I just don't have none. I mean,
God.
when you're this awesome and
Narcissism is a personality flaw, and humility is a virtue, Kenneth.
you know people say narcissism is a bad flaw. It's
Yes,
people
it
who
is.
don't have none. That's right.
Your phony vanity is
Who
not
says phony?
tricking me.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. Out of everything in the world,
It's fat Kanye West, guys.
I never get depressed.
We're good for
That's
you.
right. You know what?
Everybody clap for Kenneth.
You know what helped? You know what helped being stop being depressed?
Pat on the back, Kenneth. You're so awesome.
I don't need to pat myself on the back.
I'm gonna patronize the hell out of you, Kenneth.
All right. You know what? Stop people from being depressed. Just get over your damn life. No one will give a shit about you. Come on. Just get over it.
I would say
But no.
if you're living your fears and your regrets, you can't live your dreams.
Yep. You can't live life.
I've done a lot of terrible things.
Well, I shot someone. Get over
But
it.
I don't.
I ran someone with a car. Get over
See,
it. I'm surprised because
I'm
I can't
actually
find
glad you
nobody.
mentioned that because I have a mindset of I don't regret anything I've ever done.
Okay, I don't regret nothing.
But
either.
listen. I'm trying to get to the point.
Go ahead.
I don't regret anything I've ever done. I learned from it.
That's
Yes,
the
I've effed up and made mistakes and fell. And I could pound the table. You know why I could pound the table? Because America. That's why. But anyway, that's besides the point.
That's what.
I try my best to learn from things. Try your best not to regret things, because regret leads to mental issues and it leads to a lot of depression. When you now I do suffer from depression. It's not from anything I regret. I mean, I've done I'm not going to get into the horrible things I've done, but I've done some horrible things. But I've learned from them. I try my best to learn from them. I try to move on.
All right. Well, we have to close in a few minutes, but I want to leave this for everybody. So just to think about this, and let us know. Let next week's show if you will agree with this. All right. Our next week's show will be starting this. All right. If you know you're right about a certain situation, but yet you're with the person you love, would you change being right just to be wrong?
So you say he's going off that song of loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. Is that what you?
A lot of people will say yes. They will say, you know what, she's the person I love is right and always will be right. But the person will say, no, I will call you out on your stuff, and that's it.
Could you love an alcoholic that flings plates at your head? Is what he's asking.
No, I mean,
that is one way to look at it. I would say that's the best part about being in some kind of relationship, even if it's not a romantic relationship. Is having people not pull punches and not take your BS. You know, like call you out when they're like, oh, what, you know.
I mean, could you cave in if a woman told you that she's right, but you know 100% you are right?
Oh.
It's the whole
Yes,
woman.
baby.
It's the whole woman being right thing. She's right all the time,
Yeah,
even when she's wrong.
You can.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that BS.
I'll stop harping on it.
I don't believe in that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't care.
Yeah, but there's a time where you can be like, okay, well, you know.
I would
All right, I'll let you
Let's
slide
not
with
talk
that.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll talk about this next week's show. Let us know. I want to thank Barry for being on the show and our friend Jacob for being on the show. I want to thank TL Consulting for helping us out, to be around. And I want to thank everyone, AOC, for letting us be on TV. I mean, to do this.
And Harrison Ford has the best duck face ever.
Oh, wow.
We are going to die.
And I want to say we have 1 minute left of the show. Question everything, and
Which he got from me.
which I got from Barry. I'm trying to think of different quotes for the show. So if you know any good quotes for the ending a show in a most powerful way, let me know, so I could just steal it from y'all.
All the good in the world comes from wishing good for others. All the bad in the world comes from wishing good for yourself.
Wow. Okay, that was powerful. All right. We'll end the show every time like that with a powerful quote.
Okay. Oh,
You know,
collective salvation.
I should start doing like Telltale Heart and stuff like that to end the show with. And basically that's it.
The power of the individual is very underrated. That's all I got to say.
I think next week's show when we talk about how hard it is to talk to religious people.
Oh, it's very hard talking to religious people. Not the fact that they're religious, is the fact. Honestly, some religious people were actually quite cool.